Bowling at the death is the art of restricting big-hitting batsmen towards the end of a one-day innings, an art that's got much tougher now that you're allowed a maximum of 4 boundary fielders at any stage of the innings. If you divide the pitch into 6 scoring areas, 2 are always unprotected, and the versatility of modern batsmen capitalises on that, making scores of 300, which were once an exceptional total, now just about the average. Bowling at the death was very much my speciality, playing for Middlesex, and I had a fair amount of success with that, except for one notorious failure here at Lord's when I was slogged into those nursery end seats at the end of a one-day final, which we ultimately lost. The key to bowling at the death is the Yorker, the ball right at the batsman's toes, which he can't get any leverage on, and the derivation of that term, Yorker, is an old 18th century phrase to put Yorkshire on someone, which meant to deceive them, and it certainly does, the Yorker, if it's bowled properly. It's important when you're about to bowl a Yorker to really visualise the ball zooming in on the base of the stumps. That helps your confidence. You want to try and get the ball down there as fast as you can, but also it's not a bad idea to open your delivery slightly, bowl a bit more chest on, and try and actually lower your delivery arm, bowl with a lower, slingier trajectory. That means if you don't get the Yorker quite right, it won't bounce up as high onto the middle of the bat. The best death bowler in the world, Sri Lanka's Lasith Malinga, actually practices by putting a pair of trainers on the crease exactly where the batsman would stand. He aims at that to further perfect his Yorker. Here's England's pitch map at the death from the one-day international at Cardiff. 27% of deliveries on the Yorker length, which isn't bad, but 51% on a full length. Probably a lot of those were attempted Yorkers which didn't quite come off. And the problem is the yellow balls are the ones you want to avoid, the boundaries. The bowler didn't quite get it right. The trouble also for bowlers is that batsmen have got a range of options against the Yorkers these days. They either get right back on their stumps expecting the ball into the leg stump and they can work it away here and get underneath it, or of course they can play the ramp shot as well and flick it over the keeper's head if the ball is straight. So what the fast bowler could do to counter that is bowl the Yorker a little bit wider outside the off stump, and with the batsman set to try and hit it over the leg side, quite often he can't reach those. Or he could slip in a slower ball or a bouncer just to keep the batsman guessing and not be too predictable.